We're in a small old vehicle that's very unreliable, and we're about to head through the leopard district at sunrise.
Break!
Out of all of the driving I've done so far in India, that was the biggest test.
Oh, I had my stomach in my mouth.
Most adrenaline-filled drive so far. You eat jalebi every single day?
Every day, morning time. It's the best food in India, Jodhpur.
This is what a mirchi bada tastes like.
Potentially my favourite snack so far in India. Yeah, it's very different.
Jodhpur is very different taste. Bombay.
On what tour do you go to an opium ceremony? Only in India.
Welcome back to the channel. We're Janine and Liam Day, a married couple from England who have set out to travel the whole length of India on our 20-year-old rickshaw. We've been doing this adventure for over 8 months now, and despite all the setbacks with breaking down a lot, we've made it as far as Rajasthan. But the Indian roads have been tough, and we are definitely feeling this mega challenge taking its toll on our bodies. Our aim is to make it as far north as we can possibly take, and last week we even saw wild leopards as we left the white city of Udaipur. This week we are aiming to reach the blue city of India, and we know there will be many surprises there waiting for us. So let's hit the road and try and make it out of leopard country first. You and I can weather any storm.
Good morning from a very, very, very cold Rajasthan. We're in the Jodhpur district, the leopard district. And that there is a sunrise over a mustard field. How beautiful. It's fair to say that we love Rajasthan. From what we've seen from it so far, you would have seen in the last video, we was in Udaipur, and then we came to the Jodhpur leopard district, and it's so authentically India. It's amazing. And so much so that we're going to continue exploring Rajasthan today. We're going to take our little rickshaw to a place called Jodhpur. A fascinating looking place. We've been to the white city and now we're going to the blue city. It's going to be amazing, I'm sure. We just have to get there. We get the journey in done, we're going to be laughing. Anything can happen. It's sort of turning from green to deserty. In patches. You can see it changing as we're going further north, so it should be interesting. As I say, we're in a small old vehicle that's very unreliable, and we're about to head through the leopard district at sunrise, which is the most prowling time of day. Wish us luck. Are you ready to go, my love?
Yes, ready to go.
What you got? What's the setup you got in there?
Oh my god, so I've got this up to help with the wind blowing on me on this side, and then I can still have the view on this side. I've got my blanket here and my scarf, and I'm probably still going to be freezing, but we'll get through it.
And what about, and your husband has got some toe socks on.
So your height of fashion this morning.
At least my toesies will be warm. Let's get going.
Go on then.
'Cause you know the world is beautiful, so beautiful. 'Cause you know the world is beautiful, so beautiful. And I just can't hide how I feel.
Oh my god, that is so scary. Like something out of a horror film.
Driving past the exact same area that we spotted the leopards at sunset yesterday, and sunrise also being their active time, we were happy it was only dogs chasing us today.
I was restless and stranded on my own. Time seems endless when nothing's going on. But you came round and turned it upside down. You saved me.
Surprisingly, our journey was going so well until we entered the city of Jodhpur.
Let's all get through here. Oh, look at the little thing. Let's all get through here. We'll be alright. Come on. One at a time.
Oh my god. This is so scary.
Is it okay? The bog's falling down.
Break.
He's just on here, look. Just this. Only this. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It was just this, yeah? Just this. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Shahi Guest House. Thank you, lad. Parking.
You're in.
He's okay. I need to drive in here, come up to here, and then come back. Okay, good this side. Now turn.
Now straighten.
Straight. Tell me when? Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah? A little bit more.
Keep going.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Thank you.
That was the biggest, out of all of the driving I've done so far in India, that was the biggest test. Biggest test. I bet you're so relieved to be here now, aren't you?
Man, yeah. Oh my God, that last journey. Oh, I had my stomach in my mouth for that last bit. It was awful. Really awful. I've had so many visions in my head of arriving in Jodhpur, the blue city, and all of my visions have been so much less stressful than what's actually happened.
We hope you're enjoying our India series so far and you're having a really good start to the year 2024. We were wondering, has any of you made any New Year's resolutions yet? We have. It's probably the most common one as well. We're setting out to this year to learn a new language each. And we're definitely going to give it a go this year. And we found the best way to do that is through the Rosetta Stone app. This has got 25 different languages installed into it. Using its groundbreaking technology and immersive experiences, we're really hoping that this year will be the year that we learn a new language. I mean, don't get us wrong. We do try to learn new languages everywhere we go, in all the different countries that we visit, but no matter how hard we try, we always end up sounding like Del Boy.
Oh, Bain Marie.
So 2024 is going to be the year. Rosetta Stone uses real-life world scenarios to help you learn languages effectively through audio from native speakers to fun games and activities. Because let's face it, if you're anything like me and Janine, we ain't going to learn anything unless it's fun and interesting. So that's why we're really looking forward to using this app to learn a new language.
Nah. Nada. Yes.
What's even better, at the moment, Rosetta Stone are offering our audience 60% off all subscriptions until the end of January and 50% off into February. That means that you get their lifetime subscription, which means that you can learn any language of those 25 languages for the rest of your life for less than 150 quid. Please take advantage of this offer. It's in the link in the description to this video. As I said, it won't last forever. It's limited. So go ahead and let's all learn a language for 2024, which can only be a good thing, right?
Wow.
This is incredible.
This is so cool.
This is their home. This bit down here is their home. It's like almost 400 years old. And it's like a heritage building. It's just insane, right?
Amazing.
It's so well located as well. They've got a rooftop and we stay up there.
After such a hectic drive, we checked into the Shahi Heritage Guest House, a family-run business in a beautiful, almost 400-year-old building. Each of the rooms here are unique in their own quirky way, some even with views of the fort which towers above the city. The rooms are full of charm and character and very comfortable. Tonight we are staying in a particularly unique room, unlike anything we've ever stayed in before, more like a suite, with charming design and a little balcony above our heads with little doors only a hobbit could fit through. The owner said it was for women back in the old times, but we didn't quite understand what he meant, unfortunately. The guest house also had a rooftop restaurant overlooking the city, which was beautiful. We freshened up and headed out to discover the city we were so eager to see.
Wow, this place is a freaking palace, and it's bloody budget as well. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. Hot showers, comfortable beds, all that sort of business. Beautiful room. We are going to be well set there. They've even laid some rose petals out for us. What we're about now to go and explore this wonderful city. I'm sure it's fantastic. It looks epic on the way in, and that drive on the way in, I honestly would say that's my most adrenaline-filled drive so far, because it was so narrow, and you do not want to be hitting other vehicles in this country. That's when things go wrong, and we actually hit another vehicle as well. However, whilst it was being sort of high adrenaline, I could not have wipe the smile off my face. For me, it was like driving through a film set. You know, like I'm a big fan of old Steven Spielberg films like Indiana Jones and stuff, and it just felt like I was driving through an Indiana Jones set. You know, it was just awesome. I loved it. It's something that I will remember forever, despite it being one of the scariest rides I've ever done. Anyway, there's a big fort here. We're gonna go and climb it and get a lay of the land, see what we're looking at with this blue city, Jodhpur. Let's go. You ready for a climb, sweetheart?
Yes, I'm ready for it. After being stuck in the rickshaw all morning, I'm well up for stretching my legs.
And you look all fresh after your shower as well.
Come on, let's go.
Heading off to check out the city of Jodhpur, we eventually found the Blue Corridor. As the name suggests, it's blue on both sides, but this particular walkway also has pretty Rajasthani artwork adorning the walls. Before arriving, Liam read that the buildings in the city are painted blue in order to deter termites, but our guest house owner told us that it's painted blue traditionally to show that someone of Brahmin caste lives there. Either way, we found it all extremely aesthetically pleasing. We followed the Blue Corridor all the way up towards the fort, which was a bit of a trek. En route, a local invited us into the Hanuman temple and gave us a banana offering, which was much appreciated. We thought that this route might lead us to the fort, but we must have gone a wrong way somewhere. But it didn't matter, as the view from up here was stunning. We noticed that behind us was even more blue city, and in front of us we could see where the blues stopped and normal colour buildings began, a bit like where the sea meets the shore. Feeling super hungry now, we made our way back down to the market, where we were looking forward to trying specific famous Jodhpur street foods.
So we're walking down the main market street now. This market is 3 kilometers long. So if you like markets, you're gonna be in heaven. They're usually quite crazy places. We've missed the morning hustle and bustle, which is good. So it's a little bit more chilled out down here for an Indian market. But yeah, colours, smells, spices, saris, local foods, jewellery, kitchen shops, watch shops. Absolutely everything that you can think of is down this street, and it's a sensory overload. Jalebi.
Shall I?
The famous place of jalebi.
Yeah, jalebi.
Famous, yeah.
We try every day.
You are?
I'm try for every day for that place.
You eat jalebi every single day?
Every day, morning time, because this is the shop, last 98 years old shop.
Almost 100 years old?
Yeah, almost like. And this family like a 6th generation.
Whoa!
Yes.
And what is it, jalebi?
This is called jalebi.
Okay.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh wow, it looks different.
So delicious, so delicious.
Yeah?
It looks different to jalebi we've seen before. It's thinner.
Actually, normally place is a very thin one, but that place is not thin one. Just like a normal, less thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a quality. Every time he's making the fresh.
Thank you. Okay. Let's give this a go.
Thank you, sir.
It's the famous jalebi. Oh wow.
Because Jodhpur's food are so delicious. It's the best food in India, Jodhpur.
This is famous jalebi, and it's well renowned, and people come in from the countryside specifically to buy this. And I've just tried it, it's so good, I think we should buy some.
Right, we're gonna get some food here. This looks really good. This place is called Mottu Jalebi.
Yeah.
Mottu Jalebi. Jalebi is this sweet. This sweet is completely different to how you would see it anywhere else in northern India, because it's skinnier, it's thinner, and so it's very, very interesting. Completely plant-based as well. But not just that, it's the most famous 100-year-old sweet shop in the whole of Jodhpur. They've got, what's this called again?
This is called mirchi bada.
Mirchi bada.
Yeah, yes.
Mirchi bada. Okay, mirchi bada is a chili battered and deep fried, which you see in India. However, this has got potato stuffed into it as well. Mirchi
bada.
Mirchi bada. The bada is the potato bit. So we're gonna get some of that. Do you fancy one, Janine?
100%. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Are you from?
Absolutely, that sounds right up my street. A potato stuffed chili, oh my god. And battered.
So, this is what a mirchi bada tastes like. Oh! Whoa! It's like tangy chili with that softness and spiciness of some potato a bit like the inside of samosa. It's stuffed into it. Oh, it's delicious. It is absolutely delicious. Probably very, very bad for you, but who cares at the moment?
That is so good. And like you said, it's tangy and soft. Oh, it's delicious. Wow, potentially my favourite snack so far in India. Potentially. I love the tangy vinegariness of the chilli mixed with the mashed potato. Yeah, that was so good.
We're at Shahi Samosa. This is another really famous place in Jodhpur that you've got to eat at. Samosas are obviously all over India, and we've eaten a lot of them. Here they do different samosas. Shahi samosas are famous just at Jodhpur because they contain like different ingredients. So we're going to have one. And they were created by the guy who created them at this place here when he looked at the fort, and then the idea came to his head. So let's eat one and see how different it is.
Very good.
These are the Shahi samosas here. Shahi samosa. Is it? Shahi samosa. The pastry is a lot crispier than what we used to, so that's something different. But yeah, it's got a.
Oh no! You dropped it!
Well, the bite that I had was really good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's delicious. It's tangy and salty and so different to what it usually tastes like. A bit fruity as well. Really, really good. Very northern India.
Thank you. Very good.
One of our rules whilst visiting so many restaurants whilst in India is always eat where the locals eat, as you know the food will be good. And this place was packed with a lot of happy faces.
England. Yeah. You?
I'm from Gujarat.
Gujarat.
Oh, we love Gujarat.
Yeah.
I'm from Gujarat.
Gujarat food is the best. The best.
This is good. This is up there.
Picture. There we go. Wave. There you go. Thank you.
Did you
Janine and her sisters.
Did you like the samosa?
Awesome.
Yeah? Yeah, it's very different.
Different. Jodhpur is very different taste. Bombay se hai, Bombay.
Bombay. Yeah,
This is from Bombay. I'm from Gujarat.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So it's a thumbs up for the samosas all around.
This one or dokala? Which one do you prefer? Dokala?
This one.
Yeah.
Take a pic from my mobile.
After all that delicious food, we went for a wander around the city, heading towards the bustling market in what seems like the central point of the city. We noticed that although we have seen a few more Westerners here, and it's slightly more touristy than other cities we have visited, it's still very much a functioning locals-dominated city. So for people looking for authenticity, it's a great place to come. After cooling down with a fresh coconut, we headed to go and grab a cashew curry and a fruit salad, and a banana and chocolate pancake from a trendy cafe called Sam's Art Cafe, recommended to us as a nice place to relax away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Coincidentally, the next place on our list to visit was right next to the cafe, so we headed there to check it out, and it has a very interesting story behind it.
So, got him. He just explained this is like a stepwell that's been restored, and basically what it used to be was you got the king and the queen, but then you got the other queens. So he's got many wives. So the queens that he's done with, he's had enough with, they bathed in here. The main queen bathed in the castle, in the fort. But what happened is this was all like left to rack and ruin and what have you. But recently they've restored it. They've started restoring it and making it look really, really nice again. And they purified this water. They filtered this water so you could actually swim in it. And Red Bull even came and did a diving competition into it. Anyway, in Indian culture, Hindu culture, right?
Yeah.
Hindu culture is he was saying, that is to feed animals. So you see people feeding pigeons every day, see them feeding what have you. So one of these people came and put in 2 females and 1 male.
Yeah, 1 male.
1 male and 2 females fish into this swimming bath that they've purified, and the result is I've never seen you can see more fish than bloody water in there. I've never seen so many fish in one bit of water in all my life.
A single family of them.
Just one all family, brothers and sisters, yeah.
Leaving the fish behind, we walked past a spice shop where the owners were so friendly, they invited us back the next day to cook food with them. Of course we said yes, and on the way back to our guest house, we finished the day by watching local craftsmen make resin bangles on hot coals. It was so soothing to watch that Liam bought me two to commemorate our amazing time in Jodhpur so far. On reaching our accommodation, we climbed the many steep stairs to the roof to end the day the Rajasthani way, with the North Indian sunset above the blue city.
Always, I will wait for us to collide. I'll wait. Old days, I used to blame me for crying, till I realized that I had needs you didn't meet. But that's all days. Now that we see each other, can we slow down, start over? Come closer. Oh, someday we will collide, someplace where we can hide our space. Forget the world outside, just for a while, some way. We will be fine, safe place, just you and I, always. I will wait for us to collide. It's perfect, but we are perfect together. Oh, together.
Good morning from our lovely guest house here. We slept very, very well last night. It's a very comfortable place to sleep, except for there's a lot of street noise going on in the quite late and then quite early in the morning, but all temple related stuff, so it's all good. And today we've got some really exciting plans. Our awesome guest house owner here has arranged for us and a couple of other guests to go visit a village. Not just any village, it's the Bishnoi village with the Bishnoi people, and they sound fascinating. So we're just getting ourselves together and we're going to go.
Well, our first mission of the day is to make it past the playful street dogs and head to our driver and his jeep to go to the Bishnoi tribe lands. En route, we spotted a beautiful peacock, some deer, and honestly, the strangest animal I have ever seen, which I didn't even know existed until now. Introducing the blue bull, a member of the antelope family, and described to us as a cross between a cow and a horse. This lovely animal hid in the shade from us, so we left him be and headed on to the village.
So we've arrived at the Bishnoi village. Been around since 1730, and it's a sect of Muslim and Hindu, which is incredible. Bishnoi means 29 in Sanskrit, I believe, and that means that 20 principles are taken from Hinduism and 9 are taken from Islam, and they come together in such a peaceful way. It's a pure veg community looking after animals, and it was born from tree hugging, literally tree hugging. That's how it started off. So they the royalty at the time wanted to come down and chop down all these trees. The Bishnoi people got together, hugged the trees, and not allowing them to cut them down. And a lot of people, I think 360 people or something, got sacrificed during this process. And from that travesty came the Bishnoi sort of movement sect sort of thing that is born out of Islam and Hinduism, which is incredible. Part of it now, we're about to go in now, is an opium ceremony, but we can't film it obviously, so I can sort of like let you know how it is afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to try some. So we just took part in a mild opium ceremony. Opium's a thing that's been used traditionally in Rajasthan since you know, way back when. It's a plant, remember, it comes from the poppy. And it's now sort of illegal unless it's done, from what we understand, unless it's done in a traditional ceremonial sense. So there's obviously, I think 20 years ago it was fully legal, now it's got like restrictions. So, and I think it's because the young, they were saying about city folk getting addicted to it. But out here in villages like this, where they have these ceremonies, it's very, very much part of the culture, and it is part of the Bishnoi culture as well. So for these guys, I think they float under the radar of the law with it all. They obviously grow it in Rajasthan. There's poppy fields here, and they do that for medicine. There's big plantations of it, just sort of east of here, southeast of here in Chittor. But yeah, I've just had some, not enough to get me high, and it was like, it's like a black tar, real black resinous tar. I had some on my finger, and you just put it down your tongue and I licked it to get the taste of it. It was disgusting, really, really not nice at all. Stinks as well. And the guy behind me did his ritual ceremony for taking it, and they dilute it with water and then drink it from the hand. It's all religious and it's all to do with Shiva. So yeah, I'm not going to probably feel any effects from it, I doubt. Although it's I feel quite calm. I don't know if that's the tea or the setting. But that was just a really nice experience to see how they do it and what opium's all about and how it's enriched their culture. Obviously, it's not a drug to these people, and if, for me, for instance, if they said, would you like to try some morphine, which is the chemical derivative of opium, I'd be like, no, not at all. But because it's a plant and it's healing and it's medicinal and all the rest of it, of course, yeah, no worries.
Opium ceremony done, we continued on by seeing a local village craft of making the earth and water holders you see all over India, made by spinning clay, and they stupidly allowed me and Liam to have a go. It's fair to say we were rubbish at it, but they didn't mind. Our driver and guide then invited us to his village and home, which wasn't far away. It was very quaint, with their homes made of earth that you can actually come and stay in, as they run some of the buildings as homestay accommodation. We saw his parents at work, making rugs from cotton and camel hair, and his sister-in-law was making millet bread in the kitchen on an open fire. There's something so enticing to us about this sort of cooking, and we both can watch it for hours. Anyone coming to India with gluten intolerance will love Rajasthan, as we have seen so much millet being used instead of wheat, which is naturally gluten-free. After, they served us a simple but delicious Rajasthani thali on their homemade rug, complete with the smoky millet chapatis. Anytime we've been invited into people's homes in India, it's usual for us to be sat on the floor and customary for us to eat before the family. The family seemed to love having us there and provided great conversation and banter.
A little thali with dal, rice, aloo sabji, and millet chapati.
And millet chapati, and that very important, garlic chili.
Oh, nice.
Garlic chili.
Yeah, let's try some of that.
Wow,
It's a homemade one.
that looks really
Everything
strong.
is homemade.
Fantastic. That looks really hot.
That looks hot and strong. Oh my god.
Like this.
Wow.
You want to try?
Yes, please.
We like chili. We're not good.
Without chili, food is incomplete.
I agree, mate. I agree. Yeah, chili and everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Let's try this chili.
Really, really dense flavour.
That's really nice.
Despite being told that we could eat as much food as we liked, we had to save room for the second invitation of the day that would come later this evening. So our driver took us back to our guest house and we headed out for an invite that we couldn't turn down, our first Indian cooking lesson.
So that was awesome. Thoroughly recommend that. I was a little bit worried actually that it was turning into a bit of a tour, too much like quite touristy. And the reason being is that, you know, like tours lose their authenticity the more times they're done and stuff. So we sort of avoid them where we can, although not like completely unavoidable. However, on what tour do you go to an opium ceremony? Only in India. That was so interesting. But what was better than that was actually going to the jeep driver's village. I didn't quite work out if he was a Bishnoi person as well. But it was just so nice to meet all of his family and sit and eat food with them and just basically soak up the village life in a very authentic way. And it did feel authentic as well. Really, really nice way to spend the day. I thoroughly recommend it. We've just gotten back in, had a shower, freshened up, and we're straight back out again before the sun goes down to go, because we got invited on that to go and cook some food, which is what Janine's been like dying to do ever since she's been here, and me too. So really hoping this is going to be good. Are you excited, sweetheart?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Janine's been talking about doing a cooking lesson like for the whole time we've been in India. So you've got to rate who cooks the best food out of us two.
Okay, yeah, I'm so excited. I have no idea what we're going to cook, but there's a few things that I'd love to cook, so I'm hoping it's that. But also, I'd really like to learn how to do the bread as well on the fire. That would be amazing. So yeah, fingers crossed, but we'll see.
Both feeling very excited, we made our way to Spice Paradise, where we were greeted by Rika, who would be teaching us today.
So if you're interested, we'll make one dal
Yes.
Amazing.
Fantastic. Thank
and
you.
the breads, chapati,
Yes.
paratha. You like it?
Oh,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of the above.
What are we making first?
We're making chai, which is like incredible. It's the most fascinating thing because it's the most delicious thing, and we're finding out how to make it now.
First up in the cooking class, we learnt how to make a black masala chai. Since we don't drink milk and soya milk is a challenge to find here, Rika told us we could use water today, and when we make this recipe at home, we could exchange the water for a plant-based milk, which is perfect. Rika taught us about all the spices to go in a chai and explained all the health benefits, making both Liam and myself realise that actually chai is not just a delicious drink, but also so beneficial to your health, obviously minus the mountains of sugar chai wallahs add to it. Actually, this recipe without milk was surprisingly delicious, it really didn't need milk. Rika then went on to explain what she will teach us today in the kitchen. First, we'll be making samba, which is like an authentic South Indian gravy that you drizzle on all sorts from rice to idli. It's super healthy and one of mine and Liam's absolute favourites. We'll also be cooking up an authentic vegetable biryani with a savoury fruit salad to accompany it. Admittedly, Liam has tried to make a biryani a few times back in the UK, but has never been satisfied with what he has done. Rika has already been to the market and we are cooking in a spice store, so this promises to be an explosion of fresh produce and the most amazing range of spices we will ever cook with.
When I go to reach out and to roam, there is no perception of a home. For when it's all been said and done, I know how to act when nothing's what it seems. For a while, all I see is perfect shadows all around. And no, there's no room for one-track minds anymore. I'm reading on the book of my own life, and to a point, the surface is alive. When I feel warm inside my stolen heart.
That is a proper biryani.
So we've got our biryani here. She's just taken the lid off, and wow, it looks so incredible. All of the water's gone, and so you can see the rice and all the vegetables, and it smells delicious, and it looks like a proper biryani. Okay, so we are done, and this is the final result of the biryani, and it's got silver on top, and look, like the smell of it, but look at how gorgeous it looks.
Silver gets put on top of biryani because biryani is used at special occasions like weddings and stuff, right?
Yes.
So this is actually real silver. There's actual health benefits to it. Food bacteria, gets rid of all of that, and good for digestion, body purifier and decontaminant, prevents and fights illness, helps to achieve body well-being, maintains healthy bones and joints, kills 650 known germs and viruses. I remember people using this during the pandemic, right? And helps to fight allergies and effects of pollution.
And it is real silver.
It's real silver, and they put it on sweets and all sorts of stuff here, and it's now on top of our biryani.
Yes.
And
We
Amazing.
are ready with our dish.
it looks incredible. Now it's time to eat.
The best bit.
The best bit.
For a while, all I see is perfect shadows all around. And no, there's no room for one-track minds anymore.
Cheers.
Each stomach full.
It's better than any biryani I've ever tasted, and I mean it as well. I seriously mean it. That is the nicest biryani I've ever had. I'm not just saying that because we cooked it. That is delicious. So good. So much flavour in there. Depth of flavour, 100%.
How happy am I right now? This is the samba that we cooked, and I'm gonna give it a go. Oh. Wow, that has got so many flavours in. That is so good.
Did you like it?
Oh, absolutely love it. It's perfect. It's got the perfect chili kick as well. That is incredible.
What's samba for, Janine?
Samba is for eating alongside, or you pour it over your masala dosa or idli
Or rice?
or rice, and it's to add the flavour and the moisture as well.
We don't have a concept of soup in our country.
Yes,
We have dals in our country.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. So in India, they don't have the concept of soup. However, they have things like dals and samba and loads of different dishes like this. So this is like a Indian version of soup, and yeah, and it's incredible.
We enjoyed eating our freshly cooked meals, which were delicious, even if we do say so ourselves, and finished the class by learning how to make Indian breads. Who knew there was such an art to it? We've had such a lovely evening learning that the true essence of Indian cooking isn't the fresh veg or the spices, but the love you put into the food. Rika said it was the most important ingredient when she cooks for her family, and after spending the entire evening with her, we could believe it. Our class came to an end, so we said a warm goodbye to Rika and made our way back to our guest house. The following morning, we realised that we still hadn't managed to get close to the fort yet, so we went for a wander to see if we could see it up close. This Mehrangarh fort was built in 1459, literally translates to Sun Fort, that Rudyard Kipling describes as a place that might have been built by Titans. The walls measure 118 feet in height and 69 feet in width, and it towers above the city of Jodhpur. It's been a set for many films, including more recently Batman, The Dark Knight Rises with Christian Bale.
Good morning, we're actually being shooed off by a policeman here. But just there is a really, really famous film location. Can you guess what it is from what pointing at it? No, it doesn't look like something that you'd be able to guess straight away. It's actually from Batman, The Dark Knight Rises with Christian Bale. And that's where he was chucked down that prison pit, that well. And the one that you can't get out of, they actually managed to get out of. Sorry, spoiler alert. But it's right next to the fort. And we finally made it to the fort. We found a way up. It was very steep. It's very hot. And we're now being shooed out of here for some reason. We're not allowed to be here. But anyway, thought it'd be nice to have a good look at the Batman well pit before we get chucked out. And that's the end of our time in Jodhpur. What an incredible city. It's one of our favourites so far. We can't recommend it enough. It's crazy, it's mad, it's blue, it's awesome. You're probably wondering where we're going to go next time. We've done the white city, we've done the blue city. Can you guess what colour the next city is we're going to? It's far more into the desert. It's going to get a lot more sandy. We'll see you next week. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you next time as we travel further north in India.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the